In the next couple of presentations, we're going to demonstrate the pre-work undertaken in site selection for renewable assets. So first, we'll hear from Jenna from RPS on the processes they undertake in the pre-build phase for a successful implementation of an offshore wind facility. Welcome, Jenna.
Thanks, Alessandra. My name is Jenna Ducharme, and today I will be giving a presentation on the offshore wind energy planning with specific focus on ocean use data and visualization. Planning and permitting offshore wind energy projects requires extensive understanding of the ocean uses within and surrounding the project location. Having comprehensive and robust spatial data related to those ocean uses that is easily accessible by everyone, from developers, regulators, stakeholders, and the public, is critical for successfully completing the various milestones along the project lifecycle, from planning, permitting, development, and operation, and to help balance the multiple uses of our ocean resources. The ocean is a busy place with constant human activity, biological activity, and physical changes, to name a few. It is important that as our knowledge and understanding grows, the data is easily accessible and available, so we all can make decisions based on a similar understanding. One example of a tool for understanding ocean use data is the Northeast Ocean Data Portal. It provides free, user-friendly access to expert-reviewed interactive maps and data on ocean uses in the northeastern United States. The Northeast Ocean Data Portal was established with regional partners in 2009, and it supported the development of the 2016 Northeast Ocean Plan. From then, it's continued to grow and meet the data needs of the Northeast region. It provides regionally specific geospatial data, scaled down national data, state compilations of data, and is all informed by stakeholders. The site is operated and kept up to date by the Northeast Ocean Data Portal Working Group, the members of which are noted on the left of the slide. We meet at a minimum on a weekly basis and are constantly adding new data, updating the usability of the site, and creating communication materials for the user group. The site is Esri powered, using data from map and feature services. There are over 5,000 data sources on the site available and that show the footprint of activities and resources. Products are derived from federal, state, tribal, research, academic, and stakeholder sources. It's informed and vetted by regional experts, agencies, and stakeholders. I'll quickly give you a walkthrough of the site. On the homepage, we have available theme maps with curated data. For example, an energy and infrastructure theme, which has a number of data sets, data layers available relating to planning areas for this subtheme. Each data layer is clickable with layer info and metadata documentation available. In this example, we also have an infrastructure subtheme showing infrastructure in the Northeast region. Returning to the home page, we can also view the Data Explorer, where we can view those 5,000 data layers all at once, overlaying each other. For example, I'll load lease areas, the active renewable energy leases, as well as the wind planning areas. Again, each layer has layer information, metadata documentation, and most data layers have source data available, where you can find download links and metadata. Additionally, you can load web services that you can bring into your own mapping products. To find out what's new on our site, you can view data updates, which are updated each time new data or tools are released, as well as news items. And to find more information about the site overall, you can view the About information. Finally, there's a video tour of the website and a highly active Twitter profile. You can also select to receive updates or email us for more information. With thousands of data sets on the Northeast portal, each is unique and serves a different purpose. I'm going to highlight two data sets that serve very important roles for offshore wind and ocean use planning in particular. Vessel traffic from the Automatic Identification System, or AIS data, and fishing vessel activity data from VMS, or vessel monitoring systems. This is a very high-level review of how these data are processed. You can reach out to any of the contacts at the end of this presentation or see metadata documentation available where the data is provided. AIS data is collected by the U.S. Coast Guard from AIS-equipped vessels. Since 2010, RPS has supported the NOAA Office for Coastal Management and the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, BOEM, to improve access to and analysis of vessel traffic data. AIS consists of vessel position reports transmitted every 2 to 10 seconds, which amounts to a lot of data overall. It amounts to right around 3.5 gigabytes in a day and well over a terabyte in a year for the United States. Raw data also cannot be read by standard GIS software. RPS with NOAA and BOEM has developed an updated software to aid in the reading, processing, and analysis of AIS data. Tools were created to read the raw data, standardize, and filter to 1-minute time steps to make it more usable overall. Filtered data is then loaded into a relational database that allows rapid data queries, filtering, and extraction. Monthly AIS data products are also prepared by UTM Zone for more manageable distribution and analysis. And finally, tools were also created to prepare summary data products for analysis and review. Summary products include conversion of data points to track lines. Track lines connect points with the same vessel ID and uses the date time field within a point to connect a line. From individual track lines, we can then determine the density of lines in a given area, and we can also determine the number of times a given vessel has crossed a single cell. This allows us to see patterns of vessels that linger in a given area, such as a fishing vessel, or those that might pass straight through a cell while underway. AIS data is available through many portals and websites, including NOAA's Marine Cadastre, the Mid-Atlantic Ocean Data Portal, and the Northeast Ocean Data Portal, to name a few. AIS data is important for the offshore wind industry to gain a better understanding of vessel traffic in the area of a project. I'll show an example of how to access this data on the Northeast Ocean Data Portal. You can select the marine transportation theme and the commercial traffic subtheme. By scrolling down in the table of contents, you can select the data layer to gain access to the metadata documentation and layer information. Scrolling up, you can see we have data for a number of years, as well as vessel types, from fishing vessels to tanker vessels. We can also view monthly aggregations of that data by clicking through a time slider on a month by month or playing an animation. Fishing activity data is also highly important to offshore wind and ocean use planning. It is important to understand fisheries resources and vessel traffic patterns. Data is made available by the National Marine Fisheries Service, NMFS, Office of Law Enforcement. NMFS describes VMS as a satellite surveillance system primarily used to monitor the location and movement of commercial fishing vessels in the United States. These data are subject to strict confidentiality and use constraints, and raw data is processed under confidentiality guidelines and aggregated by combining all program codes within each fishery plan. Aggregated products adhere to the rule of 3, where no fewer than 3 VMS points were represented in any location across the suite of maps. The products are a broad characterization of fishing vessel activity, and the maps do not necessarily distinguish between fishing activity, vessel transit, and other vessel activities. There's 2 main data products made available: a density grid characterizing all VMS records for each time period in fishery, and second, a density grid that characterizes VMS records below a speed threshold. It is assumed that fishing activity is taking place when vessels are operating at reduced speeds. Density data shown below a speed threshold is thought to be more indicative of fishing activity. However, these products still likely show some non-fishing activities that occur at lower speeds. Speed thresholds were vetted with fishermen in each fishery. The most accurate interpretation of these maps is that they indicate relative levels of vessel presence. Again, these data can be accessed in a couple of places on the Northeast portal. I'll show an example by selecting the commercial fishing theme map. And about this map box appears that should be read and understood, especially the data considerations. Data can be selected by radio button to show fisheries in different years, and a drop-down can show different fisheries. Again, the layer information can be opened by selecting the hyperlink, and metadata documentation is important to be read and understood. I highlighted two key data sets with AIS and VMS information and how to access the data through curated theme maps on the right side of the homepage. I'll now show a use case example to view these data as well as others in our Data Explorer. I'll start by loading under Energy, Planning Areas, and Lease Areas, the active renewable energy leases, and zoom into my area of interest. I'll load marine transportation navigation data for anchorage areas, traffic lanes, and submarine cables. I'll then also add commercial traffic data from 2019 for all vessels. If I select the Active Layers tab, I can change the layer drawing order. I'll then view monthly versions of the AIS data to find a month of interest. From here, I can turn off these data layers but keep them available in the Active Layers tab. I can also completely remove them. I'll go back to the All Layers tab and load commercial fishing data. Under vessel activity, I can select multi-species data from 2015 to 2016. I'll also highlight scallop data from 2015 to 2016 below that 5-knot threshold. In the Active Layers tab again, including metadata and web services. With that, thank you for listening. Below is listed a number of contacts you can reach out to with any questions on the Northeast Ocean Data Portal, this presentation, or more specific information about AIS and VMS data. For the Northeast Portal, you can also join our mailing list to receive a quarterly newsletter, visit our news page for frequent updates and events, as well as our Twitter page.